Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Apocablog. Day 1526 of saying, well, we've been down this road before. Back on January 22nd, columnist of the LA Times, and I may have covered this, has called upon the potted plant to seat a 1/6 commission, much like the 9/11 commission established after the terrorist attack on U.S. soil in September of 2001. But this time to investigate what she calls MAGA terrorists. Virginia Heffernan, referring to the attack, it was a protest, on the U.S. Capitol on January 6th by hundreds of people, many of them wearing Donald Trump MAGA hats and carrying flags. There were not hundreds of them. After the attack on January 6th, someone ought to register a new domain. Don'tmoveon.org, she wrote. The insurgency by MAGA terrorists simply cannot stand as another fresh insult to the brain that Americans are forced to live with, whatever the fuck that means. You mean the potted plant? Forced to live with that. The 1/6 Commission would be independent from the DOJ and the FBI investigations and would have a goal other than criminal prosecution. The Commission's work product wouldn't be arrests, but a comprehensive report detailing how and why Trumpite terrorists stormed the U.S. Capitol to stop the certification of an election. Oh, well, we can save you a whole bunch of time and money that I know you want to spend. You stole an election. People are pissed. Such a commission would not end cinematically with people in handcuffs or stints in Supermax. It would do nothing but inform us, but often bring facts to light. Often bringing facts to light is the highest service to humankind. It's certainly crucial if we are to prevent such an attack from happening again. Stop stealing elections. Problem solved. And calm the nationwide distress. The distress is threatening to undo us. We need the impeachment, criminal investigations, and prosecutions to provide justice and a 1/6 commission to supply truth. You wouldn't know the truth if it were sucking your fucking hole. But I digress. Sounds reasonable. Hey, just kind of want to know what happened. Why? Except all those people that you're going to be investigating, since you like to call them terrorists, well, that opens them up to all sorts of interesting things that justice and the FBI can do. Because now that you're a terrorist, you don't have civil rights. They can just go ahead and start tapping your phone, listening to you, watching where you go. They can open up an entire investigation without you ever fucking knowing it, all because this LA Times columnist decided you're a fucking terrorist and we need a commission. Now, oddly enough, just almost a month later, Eric, I fucked Fang Swalwell, and now I not only was I fucking a Chinese spy, and I probably tipped her off to get out of the country in time before she got arrested, but I also sit on the Intelligence Committee these days because potato. Swalwell, in wake of Capitol riot, we need a 9/11 Commission, white nationalism task force. So, okay, Swalwell said there is no moving on. January 6th is the day that we will sadly all remember. I think we have to take an approach that we look like that we took after September 11th, and root out white nationalism and terrorism from our country. I believe we need a September 11 commission taken outside of Congress. I think it should be an independent commission outside of Congress. They are going to need, I believe, at the Department of Justice, a white nationalism task force to make sure they understand the earliest ages, how people are being radicalized, if there are in fact training camps, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So again, now, and same day, fucking remarkable, man. Senator Richard, I beat Vietnam. Who wasn't ever there, Blumenthal said on Monday's broadcast of MSNBC's The Beat, an independent commission investigation into the deadly riot, and it was not deadly, nobody died because of the fucking riot. They died from heart conditions, shit like that, at the U.S. Capitol would help to stop any future would-be Trump tyrants. We need to reverse the rising tide of extremist violence in our country. The mob that Donald Trump mobilized was armed. The Capitol Police and Metro Police recovered firearms that day at, 2, 3? That mob is still out there and still dangerous, and part of the reason I believe we need a 9/11 commission, that type of commission, I'm drafting a bill that I hope will be bipartisan to uncover the causes and impose accountability, and now we're up to accountability, so it's evolving, and provide more protection against that kind of mob, that violent extremism. He added, there needs to be more truth-telling. There's a need for more facts. That's why a 9/11 type commission will be important to uncover the larger causes, the individuals who should be held accountable. And as you said, an unsuccessful coup attempt without accountability is a dress rehearsal. Oh, okay. Kind of like the presidential was for Georgia. They would be kind of like these whole mask mandates. The would-be Trump tyrants waiting to mobilize that mob again must be stopped. So, okay, now we're going to get we're going to get into them. We're going to get them before they do it. Fucking Tom Cruise movie. Can't think of the name. Minority Report. And then, the day after these two ass clowns, backed up the report from a month ago, Nancy Pelosi launches 9/11 type commission to investigate Trump supporters involved in Capitol riot. In her weekly memo to Democrat colleagues, Pelosi declared that the commission will investigate and report on the facts and causes related to January 6th domestic terrorist attack upon the United States Capitol and relating to the interference with the peaceful transfer of power. There's still more evidence that the American people need and deserve to hear, and a 9/11 commission is a way to make sure that we secure the Capitol going forward. This is Chris Coons, and constitutional oath President Trump, blah. So, we're not even going to get into well, we may go on. So it's almost as if they float a story a month ago to just get it out there, get people used to the idea, and less than a month, actually, you get people with the exact same talking points. 9/11 terrorist commission, truth. And then, now that this is just the zeitgeist, we have a commission for him. Fucking amazing. Now, why is that so dangerous? Because anybody that ends up in that fucking that group is going to be labeled a seditionist, or we already have been, an insurrectionist, and a terrorist. And again, like I said, once that sticks, you no longer have any rights whatsoever. So, and then, left-wing activist journalists, here we go, telegraphing again, claim the Gadsden flag is a sign of insurrection and hate. Guess who's going to be doing this from a jail cell? MAGA terrorism. CNN's Jake Tapper says Trump supporters who question 2020 election results need to be held accountable. And of course, Biden tasked intel community to deal with rising tide of white supremacy. So basically, your crime is being white. That's going to be, and oddly enough, MSNBC's Nicole Wallace turned around and said, I thought this was some of the most airtight evidence. They literally put the Constitution up, which is a Republican shtick. So now they're telegraphing that flag is going to put us in jail, and she's telegraphing that the Constitution is Republican shtick, and therefore they can start to ignore it, tear it up, try and amend it, just completely, make it irrelevant. They tell you ahead of time, kids. They always do. It's a fetish for them, and it's also psychological conditioning. Oh, well, I saw this a month ago. Yeah, these guys seem to have copped on, and oh look, she's going to do it now. Not good.